Alright, we're gonna go over a basic tree run for old school RuneScape farming. This kind of assumes that you already have at least 15 farming. You can go 1 to 17 just from doing the Fairy Tale Part 1 quest, which you should probably do before you start farming anyways. So there are several different types of trees we can plant, but we're gonna start with the oak ones since you can do that at 15. So we're just gonna buy 4 oak saplings from the Grand Exchange. We have them right here. We can pay the NPC farmers to look after the trees for us by paying them certain things. It depends which type of tree you're planting, what you're paying them. So we're gonna start with tomatoes. Each basket of tomatoes will allow 1 NPC farmer to look after our tree and make sure that it doesn't die so that we can collect the XP from it later. Going to 4 different locations, so we got 4 different trees, all oak sapling, all tomatoes. As you level up, you can figure out which trees you can plant when and what the payment requirement is for those. So we have a Varrock teletab, a Lumbridge teletab, and a Falador teletab. We're already in Varrock, but we're gonna be weird. We're gonna teleport. Alright. Also, don't forget a spade. It's the only tool you need to plant these. Hey, don't forget your rake, by the way, like I did. Alright, so we're gonna pull up on this farming patch. I'm gonna rake all the weeds out. This might take a little long depending on your level 1 farming. Alright, we got an empty patch. We're gonna go ahead and use the oak sapling on the patch. It's planted. Now we're gonna talk to the NPC farmer at any given patch, and we're gonna make sure we click the pay button. And he took one of our cans of tomatoes. So now that we're done with this patch, we're gonna head over to Lumbridge. And the next patch is behind the castle over here. I had to stop and grab a couple more things. But we're pulling up on the second patch here in Lumbridge. As you can see, I already have a tree here, so we can either chop the tree down if we bring an axe with us. We're not doing that. We can talk to the NPC farmer at the patch. You just go through the dialogue, pay her 200 coins. So you can bring an axe or you can bring some gold with you. We're gonna plant our second sapling. And we're gonna pay her another basket of tomatoes. And we're gonna move on to Falador. So the first patch in this area, we're gonna run over to Falador Park. Right inside this fence here. Get the weeds raked out. Plant your sapling. Pay the NPC. The second patch in this area is up here in Taverley, so you'll just run to the north. We're up if you don't know your directions. We're gonna come through the members only gate. And we have a tree patch right here, and I already have one here as well, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. So that's a basic tree run. Obviously it gets more complicated than that. This is not efficient, it's not smart. It's meant for people who don't have any idea how to get into farming, such as my friend that I specifically made this video for. It's that easy, it really is. So, get to farming. Alright, so now we have officially waited the 2 hours and 40 minutes required for an oak tree to grow. As you can see, I've loaded my inventory back up with 4 more saplings. In my case, since I have a high farming level, I'm going to go with magic saplings. You can check the farming guide for which trees you're able to grow, and it will also tell you what the payment is for that type of tree. So I have 100 coconuts, since I'm paying for 4 magic trees. We have the same exact teleports in our inventory, and we have our tools and our gold. So we're going to go ahead and teleport to Varrock. We pull up. Our tree is grown. We want to click the check health button. That's what's going to give our XP for the farming. 468 XP right there. So now, like before, we can talk to the guy, get him to cut the tree down for us. We're going to plant a new sapling. We're going to pay him again. Alright, now that we've planted all our new trees, I will say again, this is an extremely simplified version of a tree run. There's more patches you can get to, you just have to look them up as you get into doing it regularly. Obviously this is going to be much different for Iron Men. And of course there will be some sweaty people saying you shouldn't do it this way, you should be more efficient. And for that I say put a sock in it, we don't care.